next speaker is my colleague from Sonoma County and a guy I have come to enjoy working with immensely over these years, and that is Efren Carrillo. Efren, come on up here.
You see how good I do with this technology here and maintaining it in my 5 minutes. Well, good morning, everybody. It's a great pleasure for me to be here, and I do have to say thank you to the conference coordinators who have put on such a great conference. This is my first year attending, and you've got it to a T. A common theme that is being expressed by the panelists here is a theme of collaboration, a theme of coordination, but a theme of working together. I think we recognize that we're a much stronger community when we can work together and have common goals and common visions. Granted, there is a broad spectrum of opinions, a broad spectrum of perspectives, and a broad spectrum of challenges. I think in each one of our communities, we face significant issues relating to water, to energy, to economic vitality, to resource protection. And yet the way in which they're presented are presented differently. It's no small feat that this partnership has generated projects in our region here well over $130 million, well over 100 different projects in its existence. And I too, as Supervisor Sundberg, was educated on this partnership by Supervisors Jimmy Smith and Paul Kelly, and now our chair, Jake McKenzie. And I thought of this construct of collaboration, and I just couldn't believe the type of relationship building that was occurring on the North Coast with a common interest in mind and moving forward to a better future. One of the positive aspects that drew my attention from the beginning was the perspective around partnerships in a flexible and adaptive approach. Things change. The economy changes, resources change, elected leaders and policymakers change, and yet the challenges don't. And what I really liked about this partnership was that approach of being adaptive and flexible to changing times. One of the arguments that the folks make around regional approaches and regional programs, and that in tough times when resources are difficult to come about, that we should be working together and looking at a regional approach. Most would argue that we should be doing that anyway, even when we're not facing difficult times, that we should be working on regional approaches. That's exactly what this partnership does. It focuses on that common interest. I serve here in a capacity not only serving on the County Board of Supervisors that oversees land use issues, health and human services, public safety, but I'm also director of a water agency that looks at water supply, flood control, and sanitation. And I happen to be a director of the Ag Preservation Open Space District as well. And wearing those different hats, this partnership embodies all of those different common goals and interests. And I've never seen anything like it. I've served on national committees and statewide committees. And this partnership really is exemplary in getting work done. One of the areas in which I'll share as an example on how this regional approach worked for us in Sonoma County. We actually paid to complete a dam removal, the Munford Dam, in Mendocino County to effectively work on a fisheries restoration effort in Sonoma County. Those are the types of regional approaches that we're seeing, not only in habitat protection and fisheries restoration, but in something that I personally am interested, which is in energy sustainability and energy independence. You will see throughout this workshop, I believe there's another panel that's going to focus on energy independence and climate change. And in Sonoma County, I'll give just one example. We recently formed a joint powers authority around energy, a locally controlled energy utility. And my hope and my desire is that this model will be embraced statewide as a model where we can actually control where our power comes from, renewable energy, how we have local control, and how we can actually put people to work as well. One of the things that often gets missed when these projects get put into place is the fact that it takes people and resources to do the work. Those are real jobs, and those are real communities being affected by it. But if I can just leave one component here, as far as the work with the partnership, is really the fact that There's a direct relationship between water and energy, and we've always acknowledged it, but this partnership is actually getting us to make that next step to further collaborations. I am glad to see that the counties, the cities, the special districts, the resource conservation districts, and the tribal governments are working together to ensure that we can either, on one end, protect the resources that we've so degraded over the years, and on the other part, actually use taxpayer dollars to the best way feasible and possible. That's what the North Coast Research Partnership represents, and I'm just real happy and humbled to be a part of that as an elected representative of Sonoma County. So thank you. I see my 1 minute is up. I kept it to 5, but I look forward to the questions so that this panel can engage in more conversation. Thank you.